go-getters? It's me, ADRI.V, and you know what time it is, where I bring in a dope go-getter, of course, to the mic. And I'm big on talking to people who are able to give their story, as we talk the pretty, the ugly, and the grind to success, and what it means to really be a go-getter and embody that spirit. And today, you know, I'm excited because I feel like it's been a long time coming with this interview. Big shout out to my guy, Pat Matthews, because whenever I see this man moving about and doing different things in a community that he's not even from, it makes me excited to want to have a dialogue with this person, simply because I want to know your why behind how you move and what you do. And of course, also the man behind the helmet. So ladies and gentlemen, to my go-getters, I want to welcome, of course, to the mic. The number everybody knows is 90, but of course, his name is Mr. Shaq Lawson. What's good, my guy?
What's good with it? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Blessed.
You blessed and highly favored? You was about to add that on to it?
Facts, yeah.
Well, listen, you definitely are indeed blessed. One, this big chain that you rock with the 90 on it, okay? Is this a number that, you know, you just represent with you being a football player, or is it a number that really has some significance to you?
I mean, that number mean a lot. I mean, I've been rocking it since I was in high school, so... And I got it tatted on me too. So that 90 mean from like coming from the struggle and actually making it.
And making it.
Saying? So I always, each team I try to be on, I try to get 90. It was only one time I didn't have 90. It was when I played with the Jets. But other than that, I've been 90 my whole life. And it's always just stuck with me. And also too, my favorite player was Julius Peppers growing up. So that played two parts of it right there.
Okay, so I love that details, because I always want to know, because a lot of times people only know you as that and of course your last name, right? And with you being someone who plays for the Buffalo Bills, of course, shout out to the Mafia.
Shout out.
We in the building. I want to dive into just the beginnings of when it comes to any young man, you know, growing up, you have these dreams, goals, and aspirations of actually playing ball or being an artist or whatever that is, and you actually made that. And there is a small percentage of individuals who have these dreams, who work towards it, and who actually make it to the league. And you've done that, and you're in that small window of that percentage. How does it feel, and what do you feel it took you to get there?
It took a lot, you know. Coming out of high school, I didn't get qualified. I think I probably graduated high school probably like with a 1.3, so I had to go to like the military school.
Military school?
Yeah.
We gotta talk about this.
Yeah.
Military school?
Yeah, military school. It was like, after I graduated, it was like post-grad, so it was guys went there to, like I already had the scholarships and everything, or guys went there for like to get a scholarship or grades, so I needed to go up there and get my grades and my test score, so we were basically doing a military lifestyle, getting up at 4 a.m., marching, going to class, then you got to turn around and go play football. And then when we played football, it's called hard grade, so it's kind of like you practicing kind of like near a graveyard. That's really like, that's how it make it so tough about it. But other than that, like, you had to spit shine shoes. We had no facial hair, none of that. In
making
March,
your bed.
Yeah, I remember one time I got in trouble. I think I snuck out somewhere. Me and the dogs, we snuck out to go get some pizza because you had a time limit on when you eat. Like once somebody get their food, you got like a 5-minute clock, and you might got 80 cadets in that line. So if in that 5 minutes, 80 cadets, you don't got your food, you might not. Yeah, it might be a little struggle. You might miss something.
Wow.
So one day I just snuck out and had to walk it's like a ring. Like a bull ring, you got to dress up in full parade uniform with a full loaded rifle and like walk the square for like a certain amount of hours. So I think I had like 60 hours, but if the rifle anything fall or like slip, your hours start over. You start all over. It took me the whole 6 months, the whole time I was there to finish. And I finally finished like up to the last day I was there.
Wow. And you know, I like to say I was in ROTC. I enjoyed my ROTC time to the point where I wanted to go to the Army, but we went to war, and I was like, nah, I ain't built for that. But to hear you speak from this place, and for me, when I was in ROTC, it was a different level of respect, reverence that you had to have for like my colonel major, my sergeant major, and so many different avenues from having to do push-ups because I was late to class. So I'm sure your level of experience was beyond extensive. But for me, it also built out discipline. And how do you feel that experience of being in that military school? And I'm shocked that you was there. Like this right here this is good.
Yeah,
this
I
is
still
really
can't
good.
believe I made it though.
You know, how do you feel like what you learned during that time helped you and kept you sharp in this period? Because I feel like your name is not out here in these streets, which is a beautiful thing. So I feel like that gotta have some type of reverence to that.
Oh, yeah, that played a lot. That, and then when my daddy got killed, that's when I really stopped getting in trouble. Like really starting like buckle down. And by the time that happened, I was kind of late behind on the grades part.
Right.
So that's what made me start all over to there. But other than that, by the time I got to Clemson University, it was just a smooth. I wasn't like no other freshman. Like I was getting up, and then when I got there, I knew it was about business. Like if I'm going through this military school, doing all this, I'm like, I gotta make it to the league because it's just
ain't no way.
Ain't no way. And then to get my degree also, which I'm gotta go back and do. But I just knew if I complete Hargrave, and one of the toughest things I ever did in my life was that. Because it's just mentally try to break you down.
Yeah.
Like they wanted you to quit, like, and stuff like that. So by the time I got to Clemson, it was just easy. Freshman year, sophomore year, and then a lot of people thought I was gonna really get in trouble because Clemson up the street from where I'm from, so it's kind of from where I'm home.
So like, your hood right there.
Yeah.
All the homies could pull up on you and tap in.
Man, I blocked everything out for them 3 years.
Wow. So what kind of discipline do you think it built in you? Because from the military standpoint of, like you said, them hours, having to complete that, getting up, having to pretty much really fight when it comes to getting your food and being strategic with that from a mental standpoint and having to make it through people trying to break you down. I feel like we all kind of been in that place. You know, what was in those moments that you really took from that you applied today?
What I took, mostly I took is like, make the most of your opportunity. Like anything can be taken from you at any time.
Yeah.
So that's the most thing I took from that situation. And then an opportunity to have that chance to even go to get my grades and stuff right there too. Like, I mean, it was a lot of people helping me through that way, and I could say that for sure.
Yeah, and also when you got a lot of people that's helping you, it's like a lot of folks you don't want to let down.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, and I know for me, that's kind of like where I thrive off of, like, in addition to, if I mess up, I can't be letting these people down. So it's a lot of other individuals who invested in me.
Yeah.
And so, and you said something, you know, like losing your dad. I just lost my mom last year.
Oh, yeah, sorry
and
about that.
I ain't gonna say how old I'm 30 plus, right? And it's been a horrible time. And just getting up, staying creative and pushing and going. And you lost your dad when you were in high school.
Yeah.
You know, during critical times, just building and being a man, and then getting into the league and pushing towards those dreams. And how were you able to mentally, because I think, you know, you can battle depression and grief. Those are like two things that meet with each other. And I know for myself, I'm learning about it as I go through my counseling and therapy. How were you able to keep your mental health in check during those times?
Oh, during them times, it was kind of really tough. Like, I think probably the first year or two, I was messed up. But then again, I had to really bounce back because I had younger brothers and sisters at the time. They was babies, you know. And then my mom was in the situation where what happened was also down from that too. So at the time, I'm like, man, I can let my mental go down and let these little kids see like all the crazy stuff, or just like be there and let them know big bro is like your father now. Like, I got to make this work. That's why I'm going after that happened. Then I went to Hargrave. I said, man, I got to make it. Like, they counting on me. That's why I ended up leaving early from Clemson, because I already knew what time it was, and then that's why I had my mind focused on after that. I think, you know, I mean, you know, they say that God do things in ways, you know, but I think that when that situation happened, it just opened me up, like, opened my whole life up, what I could be in. If that had never happened today, I think I don't know where I'd be in right now.
That's true, because, you know, a lot of times they say it didn't happen to you, it happened for you.
Facts.
And that's something I be trying to, like, hold on to, but sometimes I be wanting to square it with God, and I know that's not really, like, I be like, God, you know how I feel about you today. But that's not really the case. But that alone maybe also gave you like another edge, like you said, to make sure that you made it to where you need to go. And then you made it through Clemson. You enter into the draft, and then you get picked up. What was that experience like? What was that feeling like? And did you get picked up by a team you really wanted to be at? Truth on the table.
I'm going to keep it G first. I ain't know nothing about Buffalo, so.
Who knew? You thought it was just like cows and stuff out here?
No, I thought it was New York City. I thought it was part of New York City. I thought everything was the same. But
I think everybody does.
When I got that call and went on stage and shook a commissioner and talked to Dion, I knew like everything I did paid off. I didn't care where I was going. And then now since I've been here, this been home. Like I was here for the first 4 years and then left and went to Miami.
Now, what made you want to leave? Like why would you want to go to Miami?
No state taxes. Them state taxes and at that time, like after them 4 years, that second contract really appointed. So
yeah,
I had to go where the most money was. So it was Miami at the time. So ended up going down there and I ain't left Miami since then.
So
like staying where I stand with.
Yeah, but when you live. But then after Miami, you went on to another team.
Oh yeah, I ended up going to like Houston for like 2-3 months. It wasn't even. I mean, the city nice. I love the city.
Yeah, I just came back from there. It's a great
love
city.
the place. They got great food and everything, but that whole organization wasn't even. I couldn't even be myself though, so I ended up asking for a trade. Ended up going to like the Jets for a year. It was straight up there. I mean. Then I finally got to the city.
And seeing what it was like.
But yeah, it was straight. I like Buffalo. It keep me level-headed though.
It does. It's a place that keep you focused, and we ride for you. Like,
facts.
You know what I mean? When we have players that come in, we sincerely ride for you. And my mother was one of the biggest Bills fan. Like, she would know all y'all information as soon as y'all came on the team. And with you being here, like you said, you love it. It keeps you grounded. What are some aspects of Buffalo that you have learned that you would have been like, you know what, this also gives me another love for it in addition to just being able to be here and play football?
Like you said, the fans, and not even just the fans, the people in general. I mean, I feel like everybody Buffalo fans, you stay around here at this point. But, I mean, they just, like you said, they welcome you and everything, and everything is just about Buffalo. They got great food, and just it feel like a country town, like. But this really was my first major city coming to was Buffalo. And it's not even like it's a city, but like other than that, it just feel like more country to me, like back in South Carolina, like home. So, I mean, it always gonna be home. Like that's why when I left here the first time, even though I got that bag, I'm like, man, I gotta find a way back to Buffalo. Like, this is just me. They let me be me. The fans love me up here and things like that. I'm still the last one standing for the Rex Ryan.
Listen, and you
here.
Doug
Whaley era. So.
And so with you saying that, being one of the last ones standing from that era, what do you think, well, not even what do you think, what has been your focus every time you suit up, every time you step on the field for practice? Because you're still always earning your spot and maintaining your spot. Right. So what are your thought processes like, when you are on that field and making sure you show up and show out each time?
Man, just take every play like it's my last.
Yeah.
Especially now since I'm at the back end of my career. Like now, like take every play. You don't never know when it's your last play or when this game gonna be done. Because eventually you can't play this forever. Like I said, I'm kind of at the back end towards my career. I'll probably hopefully try to get 3 or 4 more left. But
and you will. You will. You definitely will.
Yeah. But other than that, that's what.
So let's talk about that, because this is something when my friends used to play and, we just lost my guy, Mike Williams, and, he was someone I would have conversations about with this, and my guy Buck, who went to UB, James Starks, what it looks like after. And for me, I used to always look at them as like, you guys are these great figures while you're here, and we need to build up this brand and maintain this brand while you're here, because after the game, what is next? And for what I've had to learn about you, you're already building and positioning yourself for what it looks like after the game. And why do you feel like that is important? And what are some of the plans and things you could talk about right now?
I feel like that because, I feel like when I get 30, it's going to be a new life. You like starting like almost over again. So I just want to have a plan because all my life, that's all I know was football. So I don't want to get in this weird world and be like, I'm lost without football. So my plan was I gotta be on somebody's TV show. Like, I gotta be on TV because, I mean, I just, I'm funny and stuff like that. So and then I make some music from time to time too.
Yeah,
so
we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about these tracks.
Brand that out a little bit and things like that. But yeah, I got some like trucking company, other business, try to keep me busy when I'm done. But I definitely want to get back to either coaching or, but not in the higher level. Yeah, I want to like develop my own like
style of coaching.
Yeah, not even my style of coaching, just like the kids, like So, and then I don't want to have that busy schedule. So you get a little rec league team. You can
have a little fun. Now let's talk about the music. You mentioned it, and when I was on your Instagram, I'm like, "What's this link going to?" And then here it is. We go into, of course, your song. Of course, who was the artist that was with you?
Steve's, my boy Steve from Broward County. Shout out to my boy.
Forever. Talk about that. And I feel like either an athlete is rapping or a rapper is wanting to be an athlete, right? It's like they want to be us, we want to be them. It's that whole aspect of it. So why do you feel it was just a natural thing for you to go into?
The crazy part, I ain't never I think I just tried it out one time and it was like, man, I like your voice and how way I sound, and then
you do
that's
have
my
a very
first
nice
song.
Tone. You do radio. You want to go into radio too.
I love that. But that's actually my first song. What you talking about? It was actually my first song making right there. So when I played, I'm like, I kind of sound straight. So I end up doing all season. On my free time, I be in the studio making another track. I'm trying to drop something soon though. I got a plan when I'm gonna drop it though.
No, I'm just saying, can I get on the track? Because I'm nice like pork
fried
rice.
Okay, yeah, get on the track.
You know what I'm saying? Double back
Probably
links
can
it twice.
sing. I know.
Don't be laughing. I see you over there. You trying to laugh.
Nah, we'll change the voice up.
Nice. Okay. All right. You trying to say my voice don't sound good right now?
I'll write something down for you.
Okay,
Then. It'll be
all
straight though,
Okay. I feel like you're not trying to like.
Nah, I ain't trying to. Like, I'm being like your voice probably sound great though.
My pen might be nice.
Yeah.
Are you? Okay.
Just don't sound mean when you rapping though.
Okay, no, I'm not a thug.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't
not
be.
no Lil' Kim.
No, not that either. Definitely not that. But also when it comes to music, I know for me it moves me, and whether it's ups and downs, it keeps me motivated. What are you listening to, when you need to get yourself in a game? Like, what would be Shaq Lawson's 5 tracks if you had to create your soundtrack of life? Your top five. 5
tracks. Mm-hmm. We gotta go back a little old school.
Oh, okay.
Like I do love old school. I like any type of 90s music I like, Probably if I want to go to like hard rap back in the day, I'd probably go Pastor Troy.
Oh, we go Pastor
like
Troy.
That,
okay. What song from Pastor Troy?
Vice versa, Let's Go to War. He got so many songs, but
so when you hear Pastor Troy, because this just gave me a whole different viewpoint of you, because when people talk music,
they were
you
gonna
can
bring
see
somebody young, yeah.
So what does his music do for you?
Just get me in that mode. I just hear it, just get me in that mode. Like he just be screaming, yeah.
Okay, we got Pastor Troy.
But I ain't gonna lie to
Who
you.
else?
I like all type of music though.
We got 4 more. I need 5.
So who else? Pastor Troy.
We got Pastor Troy. Who else?
I listen to No Cap, I listen to Lil Baby, all them mainstreams.
Okay, got Lil Baby. What's a Lil Baby song that's a go-to for you? That's gonna get you in the zone.
The freestyle. The little freestyle he got.
You right. Yep. I give you that. All right. So you got 2. We need 3 more. What's another one?
Oh, it's kind of hard. Let me think about it. I'm gonna get on probably Moneybag Yo or something like that.
All right, Moneybag.
It's really depending on what song is hot right now. Cause me, I can just jump around be like, oh, this song hot, but I'm gonna listen to this before a game. Cause sometimes I ain't gonna lie to you, you might catch me with a country song, Jason Aldino.
Oh, okay, look at you.
That's my dog right there. You see,
right.
I just be mixing it up sometimes, country, all type of, little different stuff.
Okay, I'll take that. And since you said Jason?
Jason Aldino.
Yeah.
What's the name?
All right, now give me.
Something?
So that's 4. We got Troy,
Pastor
Baby.
Charles, you got Baby. You got
Who else I'm missing somebody. He said somebody else.
Yeah, I'm always gonna
Moneybag
listen.
Yo, Jason.
I ain't gonna lie.
Give me one more.
I can't say like this gonna be a category because all my rappers from South Carolina.
They gonna be mad at you?
Nah. I'm talking about them boys. I listen to all them boys. I got them boys know I'm talking about. But all them boys, I put them in the category with they show because I always show love to the crib with the
As you
music
should.
part.
Now, whenever I'm somewhere, I'm always going to shout my boys from Buffalo, my
Facts,
Buffalo
facts.
kids, every time I ride for them. So, all right, I'll let you ride up with that. So, I'm going to let you marinate. You know, the next time I talk to you, you're going to have to give me specific tracks.
Okay, I'll give you a
I say
track.
your soundtracks of life, not the artist.
Yeah, my bad.
We're going to
You're
work
right.
on that. It's okay. It's
You just kind of put me on the spot. I was kind of.
You know, I just thought you was musically inclined to tap in.
my
It's
flow
just so
switch up.
many,
It just switch up. Like I probably want to listen to the same song
I feel you.
you know what I'm saying? But that game, if I'm listening to that song, I might play it 10 times. Before the game.
Yeah, I'm on that album right now, Diddy joint, Love album. You ain't heard Diddy album yet?
Nah, I ain't heard Diddy.
All right, you got homework to do. You got to hear that new album.
Diddy album.
Okay, because I got one of his tracks that's on back to back. So when you said that, I'm definitely one of those people. I'll play the joint all the way out.
Till you make sure you know the words, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Facts.
I don't know why I could never know full songs. As much as this is my career, I don't. It's sad, but I take that. You know what I mean? Because I got to digest so much.
Oh, yeah.
That's just what it is. So before you go, I always want to ask, my guests to give me your G codes to success, from your beginnings of military school, every experience that you have had and the things you've learned really allow you to walk away with these codes, right, that you kind of live by. I like to sometimes call them like, your Boy Scout patches. You learned this lesson, right? And these are what I like to call the G codes. So what would be 3 G codes, that you kind of live by today that you have learned along the way, lessons of life?
Respect. That's one of my G codes.
Respect?
Yeah, you
So
got to
elaborate on that.
You want to respect people with the most upper respect. That's from, I guess, my people taught me that. That's a down south thing. So
No, I agree.
I just give respect when it's earned, you know what I'm saying? Like, never hate on nobody, but always treat everybody equal, for real.
I respect
2,
that. Mm-hmm.
I say, like, ambition, you gotta be this, like, whatever you don't, for one, I think don't never let nobody tell you can't do something. Like if you want to go be a doctor, lawyer, anything, not just football, anything you want to be, like you'll practice that craft and be ambition about it and work on it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what me like. I remember this one time. I'm sorry for stopping it, but I remember this teacher told me I went and like. She said a little slick. I got caught cheating on the test. She thought I was
My
gonna
aunt
work.
says it's better to cheat than repeat.
Yeah, she thought mama gonna be working at a trash dump or something. She said, and then that's when it really clicked. I said I'm gonna play football. I'm gonna make it, and then that's gonna be the same teacher that asked me for
send her
pick.
a couple trash bands herself.
Yeah.
Fresh new joint
But
signed.
my third one, I say family. Family is the most important thing because you got the family that's gonna hate and you got the family that's gonna be with you through the tough times when you're not nothing but family. Like I learned from both sides, of it, the good and the bad part.
That's truth right there. Now, speaking of family, I feel like you're kind of in a place of building out families when it comes to young men. I feel like I got a chance to see a few of your camps that you have had. Now, why do you feel, it's important to have these camps and working with the next generation?
It's important to me because at the time I was 6, 7 years old, the same kid needed to go Secret Santa, get camp, and trying to help me get me where I was at that age. And then me looking at it, I told myself, if anything, if I always make it, I was going to be involved with the youth, the kids, and things like that. So I just wanted to give them the same opportunity that an older guy gave me. And then when maybe they would look up one day and say, Shaq inspired me to do the same thing.
Right.
Just basically passing it down from generation to generation.
And when you're doing these camps, how often, well, most of the time you're always there.
Yeah.
Why do you think you being present is important?
Them kids, so they can really show that you really care and actually teaching them something, they looking like, okay, Shaq really care about my future, trying to be a big part of my success. So, and just dropping, not even just on no sports level, just dropping some knowledge. Let them hear something that if they don't got a big brother around us, things like that, or where their parents try to tell them something, but they don't want to listen, but hear it from somebody that done did it before, things like that. Yeah.
And you're that example for them.
Try to be.
I mean, you're doing a good job. Your name stay out the blogs and all that stuff. So
snap,
you doing a good job. Okay,
don't jinx that on me, please.
You doing a good.
Man, we get down here, I might be on the block.
Listen, we gonna make sure you stay good. We gotta keep somebody somebody in the box. You know what I mean? But for me, I'm always about being a go getter and pushing that message. Like that's my message, and just going after things no matter what comes your way, and what tries to stop you. So, in your mind, what's your definition of a go getter, and why is it important to be one?
My definition of go getter is. My definition of go get it. Just go. You got to go up and you got to get it. Like, ain't nothing in this world for free or no handout. So, I don't care what it is. If you got a family to take care of, you just got to make a sacrifice. Do it the right way. People be doing stuff the wrong way, but do it the right way. And it's always gonna be some good come from that. You're gonna be blessed. How much you help others and things like that. You're just going to get a big blessing from it.
Well, there it is. My guy said, do it the right way. You're going to be blessed. That's what it is. Now, listen, how can the people lock in with you if they ever want to come to a camp when you're doing it, tap in with your music, follow you, support you? What can they do to say?
Yeah, y'all follow me. I want to say, man, y'all tap in. I have my camp every summer. If you want to bring your kids down there, I have it every summer. But, you can easily find me on IG, things like that. My music, I got another project about to come out soon.
I need the exclusive.
Neighborhood Hero.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it's legit, I really need you to play it one day.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? It's really hard. If I had a little clean version,
I need it clean. You got to have it clean. As long as it's clean, I rock with you.
Yeah,
it gotta be raw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's raw. It is.
Okay.
Once we get off, I'm gonna play it.
I got it here. So everything Shaq Lawson on IG.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
There it is. Well, listen, my go-getters. Big shout out to my guy, Shaq Lawson, pulling in, tapping in, sharing his story. Definitely one that I did not expect with the military school, but it's clear and evident that he learned a lot from that and it pushed him through. NFL, that is, and beyond. Appreciate you for tapping in.
Thank you.